What's up, guys? Faruqi Bros here, back with another video. And today for you guys, we're going to be covering the breaking news coming out of Vanity Fair. Zack Snyder has shared two brand new photos of Jared Leto's Joker, who will be appearing in Zack Snyder's Justice League next month. Now, this is actually a kind of a surprise for a lot of fans because a lot of us are thinking that Joker is going to be something that's saved for this movie and saved for the big reveal. We know Zack teased that blurry shot of Joker holding the card, which actually sent all the fans into a frenzy, but no one expected that this morning we're going to be getting two full looks at the character, and that's what we got. So, and then Zack also shared a bunch of stuff. He actually went into spoilers, and Vanity Fair straight up put a spoiler warning about what this Joker, what he's going to be doing, what's his role. And there's some great quotes in the story. So I'm going to start by kind of going over and recapping what was being said. Basically, a lot of what we know, and Zack teased that this is going to be another nightmare sequence where Joker will be talking to Batman about Batman. And it's going to be like a psychological kind of moment that we've all been waiting for. We've all wanted Ben Affleck and Jared Leto to share a scene together. We know they kind of technically shared one in Suicide Squad, but it was an action sequence. They never spoke to each other. I think this is going to be that one-on-one, no one else in the room. It's Ben Affleck's Batman talking to Jared Leto's Joker. And it's a scene they shot this year. This is not part of the original footage. This is stuff that Zack added in with that revised budget that he got to finish up the film. So he put this new scene in, brought Ben Affleck back into the cowl for the first time in 3 years, and he recorded this scene. So I think when we see it, it's going to feel like this is something different, you know? And I think that's what's very cool about it to me. But Zack went on to explain that, you know, this is a Joker that, you know, could be a little bored, you know, and a bored Joker could be kind of crazy. You know, that this is a Joker in the post-apocalyptic world. Like, what happens to a person like Joker in this moment? And I find that fascinating because we've never seen a Joker where it's like Joker's always going against the established order, you know? But in this case, the world's over. It's on literal fire, and it's the apocalypse. So what does a person like Joker do in that situation? And we're going to find out here of what exactly he's going to be doing with this conversation with Batman. And they also mentioned that Joker will be showing up in a different scene, also in the Nightmare sequence, where he's wearing like a police robe with all the badges of different people he killed. You know, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff, and I think fans are gonna be very surprised, fans and general audiences, with how much is packed into this movie for like DC lore. You know, how much DC content. I mean, this is a movie where there's gonna be Lex Luthor, Darkseid, and Joker in the same movie. That's
Deathstroke, Steppenwolf.
Yeah, it just goes on and on, you know. So who knows what like they have in store for this movie, and it's gonna be crazy. So let's go around on the table and just see what we can kind of piece together and what we like, what we want to see most out of it. And Zian, I'll start with you. So when you saw this Joker, I mean, let's deep dive into the look right now. The look of Joker. He's in a butcher's kind of clothes, bloody. Has a gloves on. All the tattoos are gone. Long hair. So give me your like idea of when you saw those first looks.
Yeah, I mean, it fit basically what we all thought he'd look like. You know, this kind of, he's in like the rags, like you said. The long hair, he has new scars on his face, but not the tattoos. So we'll see how they explain that, or if they even need to explain that. It just fits what this whole Nightmare universe is about. And like you said, when he's gonna have this conversation with Batman, I mean, you'd have to assume at that point, does he know he's Bruce? Do they all know he's Bruce? Like at this point, they know who everybody is. And it's like, you know, look at where we've come to and where we were. I think a moment like that will be so appreciated for any Batman fan, even if you weren't necessarily a fan of Jared Leto and Suicide Squad, or even a Ben Affleck fan. Just a scene of Joker and Batman in this way, introspectively breaking each other down and talking about where they've come and where they are now. I think it would just be an amazing scene and a character moment for each of them. And obviously both of the actors, we obviously love their performances. And as far as Jared Leto, I think this, like we've been saying, this will be the time for him to really shine and show that, all right, even though it's an alternate take of Joker, his performance will shine through. And these kind of scenes are the ones that'll make people see that, all right, if he had a fair shot, he would do an amazing job. And just being able to finally see them together will just be amazing. And the look just fits what the Nightmare sequence is all about. And he has the classic gloves on as well. So I think it looked great in my opinion.
Umar, for you, I mean, I was thinking again, like we talked about in our last video, we're talking about Joker on Lost Build Different, and we came to this conclusion that this game is something very different. Like this is a Joker that's nowhere near what we're used to seeing with Joaquin or with Heath Ledger or with Jack Nicholson, and this is even different from the other Jared Leto's Joker. So for you, I mean, what do you most want to see out of this iteration of Joker? I mean, if we only get maybe 5 minutes of Joker screen time, maybe less, how do you think how Zach will maximize that time to give Jared Leto kind of that second rebirth, like Zan was mentioning?
Well, I think that the best way to do it is the way it looks like he's going to do it is have like a psychological conversation between him and Batman, because the Joker's at his best. Because the Joker's not like it's a bad example. He's not like Steppenwolf, where he's more gonna it's more about like the action of the whole thing. It's less about that with Joker. It's more about the psychological aspect, the mental aspect, the games that he can play, and then even the world that he's in now with basically everything is leveled. Like there is nothing. Like with Joker, it's weird because he's a character that feeds off of chaos, but if chaos is like the norm and it's established, like it's almost like he'll probably be bored. Like he'll probably be like what do I do now? Like what's and he's looking for people to hurt, whatever he's doing now. The one person that he can still hurt is Superman, and it just so happens that it matches Batman's hunt anyways. So it's fascinating to see. I mean, imagine like Batman and Joker actually going to work together in this. Like this is a different level now. Like we're talking a different ballgame than the previous iterations. And then obviously you have two actors that are really, Ben Affleck's Batman for a lot of people, even the people that did not like Batman v Superman. He is the definitive Batman. Like people see him as like he's the GOAT. And then Jared Leto's Joker never got a fair shot. And I feel like the guy is an amazing actor. He never got a chance to see his full take. So even though it might just be 5 minutes, we're gonna get that now. We're gonna get the two huge actors in two huge roles in a world that we haven't seen, in mindsets that we haven't seen, meet in that world. And I can't wait. I mean, it's freaking exciting.
Yeah, and I think I agree with all your points here. I think Joker, this is one of those moments where I think any fanboy of DC will be happy, because you're getting so many characters, both good guy superheroes and supervillains, and you're going to be getting all these surprises that Zach hasn't even unveiled yet about the movie. So there's a lot going on, and I think the trailer will hint at it some more. And then when the time comes, I mean, if we've seen a poster of Joker now, if we get even a small clip of Joker, a second of Joker in the trailer, that's going to get people crazy. We already saw that Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Now that's not a 100% a fair comparison, but on a $50 million budget, it made $1 billion. That's because Joker as a character has been proven that even without Batman next to him, he is something that audiences are obsessed with. Anything with Joker on it, you slap Joker on it, audiences are going to be heightened, they're going to be interested in it, which is why I feel like when we're talking about why did Zach put this out there, some of the opinions are like, well, this is kind of, why can't we save it for the movie? Well, I think this is a play to get the general audience excited, because the general audience, they can see Superman, Batman, all right. But when you see Joker, they just act a little different about it. So that thing, and you put it on Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair is not a superhero fanboy blog or anything like that. It's one of the top line publications. So you put it out there, you're reaching a broad audience. Some people don't even know what the Snyder Cut is, and they're going to be seeing those pictures of Joker, and they're going to be like, oh, this is different from 2016's Jared Leto. This is something different. This is darker. People already used to a darker Joker with Joaquin. I think it's going to play right into their hands. I think the audience is going to be very fun, very excited about it, and have a lot of fun. But I think the last point before, go ahead.
There's also, I mean, from a marketing standpoint, it's very smart. And I actually think that the next trailer, or whatever the final trailer is probably going to be the final trailer. You have to actually, so you talked about how there's so much DC lore packed into this movie. I think the best way to market the film is actually to show that, like to show that, this is the world building thing that we were working on before, and show that it's still building. Like you're still making, Like show that in the trailer. I think that would be the best way to market it too.
And that point you made actually falls right at the point I was going to make next, which is Zach did mention, he said, "Oh, if I was going to do a sequel, and which there probably won't be, I would show exactly when Joker killed Robin, how Joker burned down Wayne Manor, and explored that relationship between Joker and Bruce further in a sequel. That's only if there's another movie, right? I like how he kind of folded that in. He's like, oh, if there is, it probably wouldn't be. And that's in line with what he said to us on our podcast, on our interview, where he's like, oh yeah, I'm not banking on it or anything, but it's like, like never say never kind of situation, where it's like, you never know. And obviously this movie has to perform like crazy that first week, that first month, for Warner Media to feel like their hands are tied and to be like, let's just greenlight it. But you never know. It's going to be complicated. But I think the fans are up for the challenge. I think the general audience needs to be absolutely crazy about it. So I think these trailers, these images, these shares will add into that. And if situations happen where there is going to be a sequel, well, Zach already said what he wants to do. Like, we're going to see more Jared Leto, more Ben Affleck, and we're going to see how that goes. So a lot of good stuff ahead. The trailer is dropping Sunday morning. We'll be covering it on the Built Different stream Sunday night. So that's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern time for 1 hour. So be sure to join us. And if you're enjoying this video, leave a like and definitely comment on how you thought about this Joker. We definitely want to hear your thoughts. And subscribe if you haven't already and join the debate. From myself, from Zion, and from Umar, we're the Faruqi brothers. See you next time. Peace out.